Okay, so now I'm going to create our last story, and this story you can use it if you have multiple products you can showcase to your viewers. And I'm going to take an example of a restaurant who wants to showcase its food items and encourage people to order them or to visit the restaurant. So again, we are going to create a new composition, and let me call this main 03. Again, I'm going to create a media comp, and I'm going to duplicate it 4 times because we're going to use 4 images again. And just simply open up all the comps and quickly drag and drop whatever images you want to use, something like this, and just play around with its scale and position however you want. Yeah, so this is looking fine, and I'm going to do this quickly for all the other comps. Now I have imported all the images into their compositions, and I'm going to quickly close them up and just simply select all the media sets and drag it into this main 3. And I'm going to move all of them further because we are going to focus on just this asset, and later on we will duplicate the effect to all the other comps. So go to the shape tool and select the ellipse tool, and now I'm going to draw a ellipse, something like this, and you can probably change its position somewhere around here and make sure it is above the media comp, and after that change its track matte to alpha matte. So now you can probably scale the image and play around with its position if you want. You can also do the same thing with the shape layer, something like this. So this is looking nice, and let me just quickly add a background to it. So layer, new solid, and make sure it's white color or whatever you want. And over here you can see that we have this image, and now let's animate it. So select the mask layer, and we are going to parent it to the media layer. So in order to do that, just simply select the mask and click on this pick whip icon and just simply drag it on top of the media comp. And now if I move the media set, here you can see that our shape layer is also moving. So I'm going to add a keyframe to the position. So press P on the keyboard, then add a keyframe, and in the beginning we can move the comp to come from this side, and again select them, press F9 to ease them, then just play around with the graph. And now if I play back, here you can see that now our image is coming. So this is looking nice, and I'm going to quickly repeat this step for all the other comps. So let me just quickly do that. Okay, I have repeated the same effect onto the other comps, and if I play back, here you can see that we have this sort of animation. And now let's just quickly add some text over here. So for the first one, we are going to create a rectangle. So select the rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw a rectangle something like this, and again move its anchor point in the center, just like that. And you can also position it somewhere around here. Now let me quickly add the text. So this is a pizza, so I'm going to write pizza over here, and you can change the color of the font or font itself to whatever you want. So just play around with the look of it. So I think this is looking nice. So just simply use the align tool to align the shape layers. So yeah, this is exactly what we want. So now I'm going to quickly animate it. So let's parent the text layer to the shape layer, then select the shape layer, press P, and in the beginning we can move it to come from this side, then select the keyframes, press F9, go to the graph editor, and just change the value to something like this. So now you can see that now our animation is happening. And once again, I'm going to duplicate the same animation for all the other layers. Okay, so I've created the same animation for all the other images, and this is how it is looking now. And one last thing that we are going to do is we are going to fill this white background. So let me just quickly grab all of these layers just like this, and make sure to place them below the solid layer. And after that, I'm going to change its transparency. So let's set the opacity to something like 65. Yeah, so this is looking good. So once again, I'm going to animate the opacity of these layers to merge them as they appear. So in the beginning, we want the media number 8, just like this. And when the next animation is just about to happen, I'm going to add a keyframe to the opacity and just simply change its value to 0. And I can probably select the layer and trim it just like that and just place it on top of it. And I can just simply move the media number 9. So here you can see that it fades away. And I'm again going to do the same thing with the other layers. So now if I play back here, you can see that now our animation is happening as well as the background is changing. So we're pretty much done with the animation. The last thing that we have to add is the details about the restaurant. So I'm just quickly going to add some random details over here, and I will come back once it's done. Okay, so now I have added some details over here and I'm quickly going to animate it. So this is nothing but just simply a text layer and with a shape layer behind it. So I'm going to parent all the text layers to the paste shape layers so that we can animate the shape layer itself and the text animation will happen automatically. So select the shape layers, then press P on the keyboard, and we are going to add a keyframe and just move it something like this. And for this one, I'm going to make it come from this side, and for this one I'm going to choose the other side, and for this one also I'm going to make it come from this side. So after that, select the keyframes and press F9. Just play around with the graph something like this. And now if I play back here, you can see that we have this animation. So I'm going to offset these two animations. So just select these layers and just move them further apart, something like this. And now if I play back here, you can see that our main text will come, and after that these two texts. So the last step is just to align these layers, something like this. So now if I play back here, you can see that I've created this sort of animation. Yeah, so this is looking nice. And once again, you can obviously add a light leak to enhance its look. So let me just quickly do that and just scale it up something like this and change the mode to screen. And now if I play back here, you can see that the light leak is happening, and I'm going to lower down its opacity so that it's not too much intense. So yeah, this is looking nice. We have very subtle light leak going on. And so this is how you can create this kind of stories. Once again, you can edit these details and you can use it to represent whatever you want. You can use it to showcase your work. If you have multiple images, you can combine them and just simply add whatever text you want and stuff like that. So this is how you guys can create animated stories in Instagram.